Bonjour, bonsoir chez vous. Voilà, toujours dans le cadre de notre show qui sera en août prochain, du 17 au 19 août, Congo Fashion Week. Je suis sûre que vous attendez tous impatiemment. Alors, nous sommes ici avec la personne qui va s'occuper particulièrement des visages des mannequins, des visages des personnes qui vont apparaître dans ce show. Elle est une maquilleuse professionnelle. Elle s'appelle Grace. Donc Grace en anglais. Et comme l'interview sera en anglais, je vous propose de la découvrir bientôt comme on va parler et vous aurez les sous-titrages en français. Alors, hi everyone, thank you, welcome you to the Congo Fashion Week that's going to happen next August from the 17th to the 19th. It's going to be at the Olympic Palace Hotel in Brazzaville. And for all of you who are waiting to see that event, wondering how will models look, how will some of us look in that day, we've got the right person for you. And here we are interviewing Mrs. Beauty Have It All. Face Exquisite, we call her, because she knows how she does her own thing. Tell us more about yours, the name of your company if you have one, or you just do makeup running your name, or do you have a name that is different from the one that you carry, Grace?
Well, excuse me, as you know, my name is Grace. But my outfit name is Face Exquisite, which simply means exquisite faces. We just played around with words and came up with Face Exquisite. Okay. Okay, so we always have that Face Exquisite touch, you know, when you come in contact with Face Exquisite to do your makeup. So that's the name of my company, so to speak, Face Exquisite.
How long have you been in the business?
I've been in the business now for over 16 years.
Wow.
So I'm a bit of a veteran, if you like.
I can see.
Yes. So yeah, over 16 years now.
Oh, that's good. So what has been your inspiration all the way? So is that something you've always dreamt to do when you were younger, or is this something that just came along the way and you just seen someone doing it and inspired to do? Tell us more about how you landed into this business, please.
Okay. No, it's not something I always dreamt to do. In fact, when I was younger, I didn't know that there was a profession called makeup artist. However, excuse me, I have always been a very creative child, and I've always been into fashion, and I've always been very stylish. I hope that doesn't come across as conceited, but I always have been since when I was a little girl. I remember, you know, back in the days when my mother would fix my sister's hair and go out, and before she gets back, I take out the hair and redo it, and she'll come back and she'll be none the wiser. She wouldn't know that. It's just always been something that I've been interested in. But no, it wasn't my ambition. It wasn't, you know, I didn't even know that it existed. You have to know that something exists for you to aspire to be that thing, so to speak. How did I get into the business? My background is actually in business and finance. That's what I studied. I then went on to do a postgraduate diploma in human management, human resource management, sorry, because as I grew up, I was interested in, I wanted to do something creative. I wanted to be, I initially told my dad I wanted to study theatre arts, and he said over his dead body. Would his daughter go and study theatre arts?
Oh wow.
And then I said, okay, I'll do mass communication then. And again, it was frowned upon. So, you know, I found myself in business and finance because my father was an accountant. He was a banker. My mother was a top, you know, civil servant and a businesswoman in Nigeria. So they were very much for education, which I'm all for as well. But of course, that creativity was always in me. So even though I was working in that field, on the side, I was doing makeup. But I initially got into makeup when I was in uni, because I studied over here. Obviously, I did Saturday jobs and all that, and I was working with Fashion Fair. On the Fashion Fair counter in Brent Cross, and it was the case that I was always doing makeup. I wasn't selling much. My colleagues were, but I was doing, there'll be a line for me to do makeup. It was just something that I was good at. It just happened that because I've always been creative. So I was more interested in making people look beautiful. I didn't care about selling. You know, I also joined Mary Kay when they first came into the UK. I should have been very rich by now. But again, I was not interested in selling. I just wanted to do makeup. So that's how I got into it. And as a result, you know, from there, you know, even the fashion fair people realized that this girl is not selling, but she's actually very good at makeup. You know, rather than be a salesperson, we'll make her makeup artist. And that's how that started. So I was doing that part-time while I was studying. And then when I finished studying, of course, I went into full-time work. And, you know, I mean, the jobs that I did had nothing. I worked for the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister. I worked, you know, for Associated British Foods. You know, I was doing all those high-profile jobs. It had nothing to do with this. But on the side, I was always doing makeup. Yeah. So I would always do brides. I would do fashion shows, you know, photo shoots, whatever. My weekends back to back, that's what I did. So, and that's how that came about. And then about 3.5 years ago, I decided that, you know what, I really want to focus on this full time. Yeah. You know, I don't just want to do it part time. This is my passion. I'm very good at this. This is the gift that I believe God has given me. And I just launched out in faith, and here we are today. And I'm waxing strong.
Having been in the business for a long time, and we just recently find out that you've launched a new line.
Yes, I have.
You have launched a makeup line. So
yes.
Seeing the work you do, want us to tell us more about the makeup. What inspired you? What, based on what really? Okay, let's say based on what did you decide to launch a line?
Okay. Seeing
that you've got a lot of competition in the market.
Okay.
So what's going to make your line be distinguished from other lines that exist already?
Okay. First and foremost, the main thing that inspired me to launch the Facequisite range of products was simply because I got fed up of not getting what I want out there. A lot of the times I had to get my products from abroad. So, you know, when I go to America or whatever, I get a lot of the colors. And my main thing was, even though I work across board, I do Caucasian skin, black skin, whatever, I found that it was getting more difficult for me to find something, especially when it comes to foundation and powder, that actually works well for dark skin. We have big names out there, and of course they carry a range for black skin, but what I found was that it's either the colors weren't warm enough, you know, because when they put the whatever together, they didn't have the black woman in mind. It's just that they've noticed that a lot of black people, they wear makeup, let's do stuff that they can buy so we can collect their money, but they haven't researched our skin tone. We have over 36 shades of the dark skin, you know, and in most cases, if you go to, and I love MAC, don't get me wrong, but if you go to the MAC counter, I doubt if they have 36 shades of dark, you know, black foundation, or maybe they do. I haven't come across it. I can tell you all the colors off the top of my head, but I just found that it was a bit, you know, you had to always settle. You had to always settle for what was closest. You would find that, especially with the darker skin tones, it always appeared as if there was this grey film. It wasn't warm enough. So I just got fed up of having to settle. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I think that's the main thing that spurred me into, you know what, I'm gonna launch my own range, you know, that's really, and my range, especially the foundation and powder, really the main focus is dark skin. Now, in terms of the colors like this, I mean, this is the first that I've done, and this really was created for makeup artists. As you can see, it's quite bright, but a lot of people who are not makeup artists have purchased this because they like the bright colors. I mean, as a dark person, you can play with colors. But the focus for this was actually for makeup artists, so that we can create those high fashion looks on darker skin tone.
So now that you're coming to Congo Fashion Week this summer, now that we're gonna have you from the 17th to the 19th of August for Congo Fashion Week,
Yes.
What are you prepared to give to us there?
Sorry, this is the little girl in me coming out to play. She comes out every now and then. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, I'm really excited about Congo Fashion Week. Yeah, we have good plans for Congo Fashion Week. I'm not going to go too much into it because we don't want to lose that element of surprise. But all I can tell you is that we're going to really have Afrocentric meets West in a different dimension.
Oh, I love that.
That's all I'm going to say for now.
I'm loving you already.
Watch out.
Okay, Grace, now that a lot of people have heard about you, now that a lot of people are so eager to see you coming down to Congo Fashion Week and seeing the great work you're going to present to us. So what is your message to those thousands and thousands of people going to turn up for the event?
Look out for Face Exquisite. That's all I can say. I'm really excited, as you can tell. Never been to Congo, and you know, I'm just yay! Sorry, I'm trying to be a lady here, but I can't contain myself. You know, I'm really looking forward to this. What can I say? Watch this space, people. Watch this space. We're bringing something fantastic to Congo. Of course, Congo is already fantastic, but just make sure you're at the show. What can I say? Make sure you're at the show. Go out and get your tickets. Come and see this show and then be the judge for yourself. Because I tell you guys, we have good plans for Congo Fashion Week. That's all I can say. But watch this space.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to have this great time. Not so long, but really great and rich. So thank you for hosting us here. Thank you, everyone. So watch this space. Watch out for Congo Fashion Week. We are coming to your door.